Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the standard construct concrete models of fractions, and I'm going to do it using the pattern blocks and the Cuisenaire rods. So let's move those for right now. First we have the Cuisenaire rods. I'm going to let this green bar represent a hole, and in order to find half of the hole I use these two smaller green blocks that equal the whole. So one green block is half of the whole. So 2 halves equals a whole, 1 half is 1 block. So now out of the whole, we're going to find a third. And so I figured out that the 3 of the red blocks make up 1 whole. So each red represents 1/3 of the whole, just like each green represents 1/2 of the whole. And if we want to go even smaller, I found that these little cubes, 6 of them makes up a whole. So if we count this up, they're kind of hard to align. 6 of these equals 1 whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is equivalent to 1 whole. And which means that one of these is 1/6 of the whole. One of those is 1/6 of the whole. One of the reds is 1/3 of the whole, and one of the greens is 1/2 of the whole. So that's how you can demonstrate halves, thirds, sixths, and so on to your class, or to your students. I'm going to move those. And now I'm going to demonstrate concrete models of fractions with the pattern blocks. We've got this hexagon, and I'm going to let it be our whole. So in order to find half of the whole, we could use these trapezoids, which when you put them on the hexagon, it actually makes up exactly half of the hexagon. So you could say that one red is half of the yellow. So 2 trapezoids makes up a whole. So these 2 halves make up a whole. So if you can also put them side by side and show that that they're exactly equal to each other, that 2 halves is equal to 1 whole. Or you can stack them so that your students can see that they are equal. Next, you can also do it using the green, these little green pieces that are little triangles. You can put one of them on here and say that, okay, one green is, well, first let's see how many greens it takes to make up the whole. I'm going to put the camera down for a second so I can move these around. Okay, so when you put all these on here, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens is equal to 1 whole. So you see that they all stack on top of each other perfectly, so your students can see, okay, 6 greens is exactly the same as 1 whole. And so since there are 6 of these that make up a whole, we would say that 1 green is 1/6 of the whole. Just the same as we said 1 red is 1/2 of a whole. So that would be one good way to demonstrate fractions to your students using these pattern blocks.